Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Tarot by Melissa, and in today's reading, we're going to be getting into your September general prediction. So, wow, can you guys believe that it's already almost the month of September? I just feel like this year has flown by so incredibly quickly. It's crazy. So what we're going to be getting into in today's video is just an outlook for the month ahead. So we're just going to see what energies, events, situations of significance are being presented to you. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then keep on watching. Getting into our disclaimers, keep in mind, guys, this is a general reading, so some of the messages will apply specifically to you while other messages may not. If it doesn't feel like it's fitting your situation, if it's feeling a bit confusing, simply just release it and let it go. Please do not allow it to get you upset if something in a general YouTube reading is not specific to your unique situation. If you did want to book a personal reading, all the details on how you can book one with me will be linked in the description box down below. Personal readings are always a great way to get a more specific and accurate read on your own personal situation. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our pile selection. We're going to be working with 3 piles today. Starting with pile number 1 here on the left, we're working with some Prenite. For pile number 2, this one's kind of hard to see, but we are going to be working with some Smoky Quartz. And for pile number 3, we're working with this Citrine. So I would love for you guys to take a deep breath. Think about the month ahead and what's in store for you. Go ahead and select the crystal or card that you feel the most intuitively connected to. And once you've made your choice, you can scroll down to the description box to locate the timestamp that will take you to your selected reading. See you guys there. Hey pile 1, if you guys picked out this Prenite tower, this will be your reading for the month of September. So we're going to be looking into your general energies ahead. So let's take a look at the overall position for you. And for you pile 1, we have the energy of progressions. So definitely kind of feeling like this is a month of maybe some sort of a change for you guys. Things are shifting, things are changing, things are evolving. Let's get the tarot going and then we'll get a little bit more information here. For pile number 1, what is ahead for them during this upcoming month of September? What's ahead for pile 1? We have the tower showing itself. I feel like that's been coming up in some of my readings lately. So some of you guys I think are really moving through some sort of a big change or big shift coming up here. Pile 1, what's ahead for September? So we have a 4 of Swords. Okay, so we have 4 cards coming out. We're going to go ahead and take them, even though typically we only get 3 for this reading. All right, so we've got the 4 of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the 8 of Pentacles, and the Lover's card. Wow. Intense. And at the bottom of the deck, you guys do have the 7 of Pentacles. So there's this undertone here of something in your life that is up for review, in a sense, with the 7 of Pentacles. You guys are coming into this month having invested in something for a little while. You've put in work, you've put in time, you've put in effort, and you're kind of just checking in here to see how things are growing and progressing. And I see here with the overall energy of progressions that I feel like this is going to be a month where you all are really tweaking and fine-tuning what it is that you're doing. And I see you guys putting in a lot of work because you have your eye on some sort of ultimate goal, some sort of ultimate destination that you would like to arrive at in the future. And this feels really big to me. It doesn't feel like just some silly little thing that you guys are doing. This feels with progressions that you guys are really reflecting on your life as a whole. Like, where do you want to be 10 years from now, 15 years from now? And are the choices and decisions that you're making now in this current moment in time, are they stepping stones that are allowing you to get there? Are you making decisions that are allowing you to get to where you would like to be? And so I think that's kind of why we have this reassessment undertone here with the 7 of Pentacles. It's like you've done a great job so far, but there's still something that needs to be changed, okay? Tweaked. Starting us off, coming into the month, we have the Four of Swords, okay? So I feel like when you guys are coming into the month of September, you're coming in quite well rested, or coming into the beginning of the month sort of taking a time out from the situation, letting things wind down a little bit, mentally detaching. I'm also seeing for some of you an emphasis on self-care at the beginning of September. But it's like this energy of giving yourself a time out to rest and recharge, because you're jumping into action and hard work as we move through the middle of the month. We have the Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Wands is telling me that you guys are taking swift action towards something. This is fire energy, something you're excited about. There's mountains here in both of these cards. I don't know if you guys are noticing this. So there's an element of challenge here. For some of you guys, this could also involve travel. I'm getting travel energy from both of those cards as well. But mountains signify challenges to be defeated, right? Challenges that strengthen us and help us to grow even stronger. With the Knight of Wands, you guys are taking swift action. This is something that you feel passionate and excited about. Think of the feeling that you get when you're in a whirlwind romance. This is the feeling that I'm feeling, but toward the thing that you're working on. For some of you guys, there could be an element of love coming through this month with the Lovers being here, but I'm really reading this as maybe it's actually kind of all tied together now that I think about it for this group. Work, love, because it feels like it's about your whole life versus just one specific thing. Like whatever you're working on impacts your life and the trajectory of where you want to go. But you're channeling this passion into your work with the Eight of Pentacles. This is about fine-tuning your craft. Going from that 7 of like, okay, we've invested, we've laid the groundwork, into the 8, which is about kind of that nose to the grindstone, really learning, fine-tuning, and perfecting your craft, putting in that work. All to make sure that you are aligned with the area in which you're trying to go. And with the Lovers card being here too, this is the only major arcana card that you guys have in your spread, which means that it's going to be a more prominent energy for you this month. The Lovers talks about alignment, right? It talks about making a head over heart decision and really trying to ensure that what we're doing, who we're connecting with, what we're connecting with is really aligned with us emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally. All of the things. You guys have material, you've got physical, mental, all here. So those could be the themes for this month too that you're evaluating compatibility with. We have Gemini energy here. So big choices, big decisions coming up for you guys this month. Definitely feels like you're going to be hard at work making progress here. So let's see what else we get for pile 1. What's ahead in, I almost said in love. What's ahead in the month of September? Tell us more about this situation for pile 1, please. Like I'm almost kind of getting with this Lovers card an energy of release too, because they're like burning something. It's kind of like this burning ceremony that I'm feeling. We're just like releasing something. I do feel there's something that you guys are sort of energetically leaving behind, if not physically, energetically. You're purging it and cleansing it out of your life. We have patience, yes. This is coming up because the thing that you guys are working on, this is the month where you're really putting in that work. After the Eight of Pentacles comes the Nine of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles is what leads us to the 9, right? We have door to value at the bottom of the deck. So there's an energy of chasing money here too for some of you guys, or just finances being prominent for you this month. But before we can get to that 9 of Pentacles, where we're like an entrepreneur and we've like, you know, learned how to make our money work for us and we can live that luxury lifestyle, first we have to learn how. We have to put in that work. And it takes time with patience coming up here. But I feel you guys are on track. Like with the progressions and the patience, we have clocks here. Everything is happening in divine timing. But I feel this is a month where you guys are really being guided to take action toward the things that you want to do. Okay. We have the Magician in the Mirror. This is all about manifestation. This is coming into realization that you are the one that creates your reality. So when you are looking at your surroundings in your life, this is a direct reflection of what you feel on the inside, right? In a lot of ways. So I feel this is a big month of creation for you. You guys are coming into with this Four of Swords energy of like reflection and having taken a step back from the situation, only to then be very inspired and motivated to kick yourself into action because you are in creation mode this month. You are trying to create something really important for your future. You guys with the Lovers card as well may find a supportive partnership. This could be for some of you guys a business partnership. It could just represent, you know, the energy of surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded people and individuals as well. So tell us a little bit more, please, for pile 1. What else is ahead for this month of September? What else do they need to know about this situation? Follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. Know what is best for you. You guys are listening to your intuition. Anything that you're involved in coming into this month that is not serving you, I think you guys have known that for a long time. And I think that that is what is pushing you and driving you forward into this new beginning. Let's get another one for pile 1, please. For September. We have investigate, look closely, ask questions, think before acting. Makes a lot of sense. You know, you've got this fiery energy of the Knight of Wands, which can be a bit impulsive, but it's right next to the Eight of Pentacles, between the Four of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, right? So it's tempering that passionate energy down. You guys are going after something that brings passion and inspiration to your life, something you feel very excited about, but there's an air of doing it the right way, making sure that you've looked everything over very closely, and that's kind of what she's doing here, right? In the Seven of Pentacles, really examining these grapes to see if they're ready to be harvested yet, and you guys are really examining whatever it is that you're currently doing to see if it's what needs to be changed, to see if it's ready, to see if something needs to be shifted, tweaked. It's like you're really almost double checking your work. At the bottom of the deck, we have impossible things, working through disbelief, imaginative leaps and fresh perspectives. Yeah, you have like this sort of rebirth, resurgence of energy around what you're working on here. And I love that it talks about impossible things because this shows me that you guys are really leaning into believing that your dreams can come true. When you believe it in your mind, that will start being reflected back to you. Okay. All right. Actually, we're not going to do this one yet. We're going to go into the Kipper deck. Actually, no. We're going to go into this one first, and we'll close it with the Kipper deck. Sorry. All right. So tell us a little bit more. What's ahead this month of September for pile 1? We have success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor and integrity. Love that for you guys. Yeah, it's about being successful, achieving your goals, but doing it the right way. Not taking the fast way or the easy way, but doing it the correct way. We have grace. Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. This is like releasing guilt, you know, releasing shame, being patient and gentle with yourself. We have healing here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you guys have been coming into this month really going through maybe a little bit of a funk or a little bit of a rough patch. There's this undertone of you kind of like coming in, having needed some rest, you know what I mean? Some time to yourself. And this healing is allowing you to jump back into things with a fresh perspective here. And grace is talking about just like not beating yourself up over the time out that you may have needed, right? You're on your own path. You're doing things your own way, in your own unique pace. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. All right, so tell us a little bit more for pile 1 to close us out. What else do they need to know about their month of September, please? We have the privileged lady. So there's that luxury kind of like living a nice lifestyle energy. We have mature woman, okay? And we have distant horizons. This is so beautiful, you guys. We do have the family room at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys could be focusing on your living situation a little bit here, or maybe the work that you're doing is happening in your home, right? Like I could see this as being like starting a business from home or doing your work from home in a comfortable space for you. You guys have the privileged lady and the mature woman. I feel that these are emblematic to your own energies. They could also represent people that are around you, like we have with the lovers here. This looks like two feminine energies to me and depicted in this card, right? Doesn't have to be, take it as it resonates for your situation, who you know in your network. But I feel for some, you guys are being surrounded by supportive people that are helpful to you. But for others of you, I feel these cards are emblematic of your own energy. The privileged lady is sort of like that affluent, well-off lady, right? Like she's somebody who has theoretically worked really hard to get where she wants to be, or has somebody who's provided for her a lifestyle that she desires. And I feel that you guys are wanting this type of lifestyle with the work and the effort that you're putting in. I'm also feeling for some of you that maybe toward the beginning of this month, you're starting off the month in this Four of Swords energy. Maybe you've come out of like a vacation or a moment where you've like gone, I don't know, like on retreat or something like that. Like you've spoiled yourself in some capacity with the privileged lady coming up here in a way that's supporting your mental health. But the mature woman is talking about growing up. It's talking about experience. It's talking about, getting and learning through that experience. And I feel with the Knight of Wands, you've learned how to channel this really excitable energy that you have, this creative energy that you have within you. You've learned how to channel it in a very practical way this month. So learning not to be super impulsive and to make impulsive decisions that aren't well thought out. Like with the mature woman, you're thinking things through very clearly, because with distant horizons, this month is all about planning ahead for your future. I really do think for some of you guys, this involves travel with distant horizons. This card does talk about thinking ahead to our future, like the progressions card does, right? And manifesting our hopes and dreams and aligning ourselves to those things in the present. But I also feel that this is talking about like air travel overseas for some of you guys. And maybe those things are intertwined for a few of you. So pile 1, this is a really powerful reading. I would love to hear from you what you have planned and how you feel that this may be resonant to your situation this month. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated once I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile 2, if you guys picked out this Smoky Quartz crystal, this will be your reading for the upcoming month of September. So let's go ahead and see what the month has in store for you. Overall energy for group 2, we have the 7th house of relationships coming up here. So this is cool. Let's get into the tarot just to get some more insight. But seems like your committed relationships and partnerships will be of significance this month. So 7th house can talk of like your, like I said, like committed relationships. So think like marriages, long-term partnerships, even business partnerships as well. So let's just see what else comes through. So what's ahead for pile 2 this upcoming month of September, please? What is this energy of relationships about for them? We have a Knight of Swords. We have a 3 of Swords. And we have the Devil. We do have the Lovers card coming up at the bottom. All right, guys, so what is this about? Well, I definitely am seeing here with the Lovers card being here at the bottom of the deck, there is a significant relationship that's emphasized for you this month, okay? And the Lovers definitely does speak of like soulmate relationships. So this is definitely going to be someone in your life that you have a pretty significant bond with spiritually. The Lovers card, though, does, okay, and we have the Tower underneath of that, and we also have the 9 of Wands that's choosing to fall out of the deck here. So lots to unpack. So with the Lovers card being here at the bottom, The Lovers can also talk about choices and decisions that we need to make, really evaluating whether or not the partnership that we're in is truly aligned and mirroring the vibration of love back to us. I see here that there are some obstacles or some challenges that you guys are going to be facing in your relationship this month. Now, I do kind of get a little bit more of a romantic energy from this, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. If you guys know coming into this reading that you have a business partnership in your life or some other significant relationship in your life that is on your mind, it's probably about that for you, okay? There's something here, there's an energy here of maybe a shock or a surprise or something about the foundations of this connection that are really crumbling, something being revealed to you that shows you this connection in a new and different light. So what I'm feeling is when you guys come into this month, there's this energy of ambitious communication, action-oriented communication with the Knight of Swords, right? Because our Knight of Swords is a very fast-paced energy, quick with the wit, quick with the tongue, meaning that he's going to be somebody who is not afraid to speak his mind very directly and very candidly. It's kind of a fierce energy here. So I feel with your relationship that's being highlighted here, coming into this month, you're really confronting issues head on. And with the Three of Swords, maybe coming into some harsh realizations or harsh truths about the situation here. The Three of Swords can indicate things like, heartbreak, of course, breakups, betrayal, all of these things. There could be an element of that too with the Devil card being next to it. For some of you, I feel like what's being revealed to you is something definitely something surprising and something along the lines of betrayal for some of you guys. So it's like you're coming into this harsh truth about this connection this month. It's so crazy because I didn't plan for this to be a love reading, but it definitely feels more like a love reading. And what always kind of catches me with this card of this depiction of the Three of Swords is how the person who should be sleeping here has left. It's like their imprint is still here in the bed where they once used to lie. You know what I mean? So for some of you guys, I kind of feel like this could be a breakup or a separation that you're going through this month. And with the Devil card being here, just still mitigating through the attachments and the temptations that relationship holds on over you. I want to get a little more insight here. Devil card is definitely giving an unhealthy relationship type of a vibe. Something that looks tempting on the outside, but on the inside is not true, So tell us a little bit more info, please, for pile 2 about their situation this month in September. We have contracts coming up. So for some of you guys, this could be about divorce. Let's see. We have patience coming up as well. So this definitely is referring to a connection that's in a very official capacity for you. Contracts can also talk about lessons, right? And karma, similar to the Justice card. So for some of you guys, if it's not like a marriage or something that you have a legal obligation to with this partnership, I actually do see that this could be a business partnership for some of you because I'm really being drawn to this money energy that's right here. It's like the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. Something about this partnership, even though it might not be best suited to you, maybe there's some sort of offer of money to tempt you to stay with regard to this contract. So there's definitely something official with this relationship here, with this partnership, something that you would have obligations, duties, and responsibilities to. And the Devil card can also talk about obligations. And with patience coming up, I feel like this is something where you guys are coming into the month very fierce, wanting to confront the situation head on. But the Patience card is the polar opposite of the Knight of Swords, right? This is definitely going to be something that's going to take time to work through. Goodness, pile 2. What is going on? Let's continue on here. So tell us more about this month for pile 2, please. Investigate. Look closely, ask questions, think before acting. You know, that Knight of Swords can be a bit impulsive, but it is a good card about communication, right? So I think for you guys, like looking at this card, it's giving like a very swampy, just like dark, kind of grim energy here. It might not be the most pleasant experience that you guys are going through with regard to this situation. If it does involve something like legal, even if it doesn't involve something legal, the message here is that you guys are being guided to really take it slow and really review everything very carefully. Don't be afraid to ask questions with the Knight of Swords. We have managed to be glad. Create your own happiness regardless of the conditions. Definitely probably a message that's easier said than done, right? Like especially, you guys do have some tougher energies coming up for you this month. We have keep your temper. Don't allow anger to rule you. So there's definitely something about this situation that is going to feel quite triggering and frustrating. Because it's like you feel like you're stuck in it with the Devil card here. The cool thing, though, to remember about the Devil is that you're not as stuck as you feel that you really are. I think that there is a window here this month where you're, even though it feels yucky to do it and it's like annoying and frustrating, you have this opportunity here to ask questions, to investigate, and to look very closely. And this is kind of going to give you the tools to equip you to potentially get out of this situation, but it's going to go slower than you would like. You're not as stuck as you think you are. This doesn't hold as much power over you as it might seem in the present, is what this is about. So you're being guided this month to try to find your own happiness regardless of the circumstances, which is a beautiful message, right? It's going to be important for this group this month to find those moments of joy, taking breaks from this situation, taking a step back when you can. You guys did have the Sun card here at the bottom of the energy deck, which is a beautiful energy of joy and prosperity and, you know, finding a moment of peace for yourself. So let's continue here. What else does pile number 2 need to know about their situation this month? We have trust. I am safe. I am secure. In love I trust. My faith endures. Beautiful message. To trust the process. As badly as it stinks right now. Ooh. Keeping the faith that the universe has your back here with the Patience card. The Patience card always reminds me of the Temperance card in this deck a little bit because, I don't know, it just looks similar to me. It's important, though, like she's in the snow, right? So there's a slow energy about this situation, which I think is what's making it feel more frustrating for you because you want to be out of this faster than you will be able to get out of it, it seems. But just having faith that you will be taken care of, that this will work out in your favor. The universe is supporting you. We have abundance. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. This could have like a monetary thing involved, actually. Yeah, we were kind of talking about that earlier, right? I definitely feel there's something about money that's attached to this for you guys. And maybe you have to kind of play the long game here, you know, to get the result that you want monetarily. All right, let's close it out with these Kipper cards. So for pile 2, tell us more about what this situation is about for September for them. We have official person. Yeah. What else? We have community. That's beautiful. There's your moments of joy right there. And we have pathway. Toil and labor at the bottom. So yeah, this is definitely a tough situation that you guys are having to spend a lot of time really in the weeds of, you know. Definitely cannot deny that. It's, you know, not the most fluffy energy that I'm sure you guys wanted to see for your month ahead. But what I feel here with the official person and community right next to it is I do feel that you guys actually have a lot of support all around you. The official person can actually talk about like, you know, military, or it can talk about like law enforcement, anyone in uniform in like an official capacity, which makes sense with the contract card coming up here. But I feel with it being right next to the community, this is, to me, this signifies that you actually have the right people in your corner here to support you. You have the right quote unquote official person here to back you up in this situation. And the right people around you in your community that are here to support you and uplift you. It's interesting that this card talks about having faith, because this card actually has people standing in front of what looks to me like maybe a church. I don't know why I get that vibe, because it doesn't obviously look like that, but I kind of get that energy from this card. So some of you guys could be finding community through church, or, you know, any other types of places that you would go. Doesn't have to be spiritual in nature, but the point is that you have people around you that are there to support. And the pathway card is super beautiful, because this is telling me that you are on the right track. New opportunities and blessings are opening up for you through going through the situation, right? Once we get through it, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Something about this situation is also deeply transformative for you guys with these butterflies that are here. And these are already transformed butterflies, right? They're out in the open, spreading their wings. I'm just kind of guided to say that you guys are not the same person as you were whenever you started in this tough situation that you've been in. And you need to allow the changed person, the changed version of you, to really shine. You know, and deal with the situation maybe as you are now versus how you would have dealt with it back then. I don't know if that makes sense, but it felt like something I needed to say. So, really interesting pile too. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments what's been going on with you and how you feel that this energy sort of resonates with your situation. So please let me know. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll be updated whenever I post the next reading. And I do look forward to seeing you then. Bye. Hey, pile 3, if you guys chose this citrine crystal, this will be your reading for the month of September. So let's take a look and see what's ahead for you. Starting off with your overall energy, we have the message of arrival, the first house. So you guys could be, starting off on some sort of new path or new journey this month. Let's go ahead and take a look for pile number 3. Tell us a bit more, please, about what's ahead for them this month of September. Definitely feels that you're stepping into some sort of a new experience. And look at that. As I parted the deck, we have the Fool. Will be interesting to see if it comes back out. Let's see. What's ahead this month for pile 3, please? Wow, we have an 8 of Wands. Lots of fast movement. 6 of Swords. The Lovers. Wow. I feel like the Lovers has been like a common thread in all of our piles today, which is kind of cool. Okay, so what is going on? First thing that's jumping out at me is I feel like some of you guys might actually be moving this month. Relocation is coming through because we've got the 8 of Wands and the 6 of Swords, both that can indicate travel or movement physically. Okay, so that could be a theme here. And with the Lovers card, maybe there's a decision that's being made to finally take the plunge to do this. But what I feel is that you guys are moving towards something with the Lovers that is allowing you to be more aligned with people, with other places, with yourself. Yeah. like you're joining hands, maybe a partnership of some sort of significance here. So coming into the month with the Eight of Wands, this is giving me an energy of really creating the movement that you wish to see, right? Because when I see this, to me, it almost looks like she has created this twister herself. Just the way that her wand is in the air with the twister behind her and the other wands kind of flying around it. It feels to me like you guys are coming into this new experience via your own creation. Communication may be very heavily involved here as well with the Eight of Wands. And there is an energy with the Eight of Wands of this being something very exciting, something that you're quite passionate about, that's leading you into a place of peace. Because the Six of Swords is about moving on from sort of a chaotic and uncomfortable situation into peaceful, calm waters. So emotionally, I feel like this month, things are going to be calming down for you. You guys also have a full moon here, so a full moon timeline could be significant for this group. Full moons, though, also talk about like working with energy at its peak. So a situation here may be at its peak energetically. There could be a lot of emotion around this. But again, the Six of Swords is about moving into a space of calmness, moving towards something here that feels more aligned with you. So let's see what else we get. This is really, really interesting, pile 3. Can you give us a little bit more insight into what this is about for pile 3? Tell us more about what this is about for pile 3. I'm feeling too for this group with that tornado that's there that like you have, this is about like destruction a little bit too. Like I don't want to say that and scare anybody because I do feel this Eight of Wands is positive, like it's of your own creation, but I feel that you guys might be sort of releasing something from your life, right? Clearing something out. Yes, you guys are moving or traveling somewhere. This is exciting. Now, some of you guys, this could just be about travel because you know what else I'm seeing here is we have the globe, the world. For some of you all, I feel like you could be going on a trip, like some sort of a global trip, going and looking into places and having new experiences in places that you've never visited before. And connecting with people there and maybe even determining whether or not you feel aligned with these places for something more permanent. Let's see. We have attachments coming up. That's interesting. See, there's a decision that's needing to be made for you guys this month with the Lovers card being here. And there's something with attachment here that might be holding you back from jumping and diving into this as fully as you could. When we take a look at this card, you can see that she's kind of chained here to this pole or whatever it is, this place, in this kind of gray area. I feel this is sort of like the energy that you guys have been stuck in because to me, it just feels like you're really breaking out of stagnation this month. This is a stagnant energy. This is when we've been stagnant for too long, either because we're too comfortable or because like we have a specific outcome that we're specifically looking for. And if something doesn't look the way that we think it should look, we might not take it up as an option. So there's definitely something here for you guys this month to work through around releasing yourself, freeing yourself from limiting beliefs or unhealthy attachments to something. It could be unhealthy attachments to people for some of you guys. I'm also getting fall season with these fall leaves. I just kind of noticed that. So I know September isn't exactly the fall. I mean, it depends on where you live in the world too, right? When that fall season is going to hit you. But fall and autumn season feels significant here. Tell us a little bit more about pile 3 and their month ahead, please. Use your time well. Make every moment count. Okay. Forget who you are. Conditioning falls away. Memory no longer defines you. That makes so much sense with this attachment card coming up. Look at this. We have painting the roses red, covering up errors. And it's interesting because has a mask in her hand here. So both of these cards give me this energy of covering something up, masking the truth of your situation or masking the truth of who you truly are. This card is talking about like trying to make something look better than what it is, or, you know, it's inauthentic. It's covering something up. With her holding this mask up, I feel like part of it is like you guys releasing the old version of you or some front that you used to put out to the public or to other people. Releasing memories of the past, things that are no longer aligned because you're in a new place now. You're diving into a new experience with the first house. You guys could be, with the first house coming up too, this can be talking about like really reflecting on the way you're perceived by others. You have lovers here too, right? So there's definitely an element of partnership or relationships of significance for this group, potentially. The first house does talk about like thinking about the way we're coming across to other people, or thinking about the way that we are perceiving a situation based off of our conditioning and our own biases, right? So I think there's some reflection happening this month around that as well. And, you know, I think there's definitely this energy of urgency that I feel for this group as well. Use your time well, making every moment count. The Eight of Wands is a very passionate energy, right? Like this is a month of, I think, being maybe a little impulsive, living in the moment, jumping into action and doing things that bring you peace and calm and tranquility, and not just staying stuck in the gray. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what else for pile 3. What else should they know about their month of September? We have knowledge. Let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of ancestors flow. You guys could be doing a lot of research to prepare you for this. You guys are coming into this with a lot of wisdom already, which is a beautiful thing. I'm also kind of noticing this is a lamp. It's giving magic lamp energy. So there's a message here about wish fulfillment, fulfilling your own wishes, right? Some of you guys could be tapping into your ancestors as well and receiving guidance from your ancestors, tapping into your heritage, your family history. Something about that could be an attachment thing for you as well, that you're breaking out of, a conditioning that you're breaking out of. We have creativity. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. We also have glamour here. So maybe you guys will be doing beauty treatments or something this month too. But this card also talks about being able to see the possibilities, right? That you can create for yourself when you look in the mirror, right? Understanding your power of creation that you possess. This card of creativity really makes sense with the Eight of Wands, right? Because you guys are the ones creating this new experience that you're moving into. And I feel it's kind of like it's like divinely guided in a sense, right? Like when I look at this card, it's like he's receiving a message from the sky, you see? Maybe your ancestors are guiding you on this path. So let's see, pile 3. We're going to end the message with some of these cards from this little Kipper deck. So let's see. For pile number 3, tell us what else they should know about their upcoming month of September, please. We have the courthouse. Wealthy man. The pathway. You guys do have change here, kind of reminiscent to the Six of Swords. There's definitely something about moving or traveling. If it's not physically, there's definitely some sort of an energetic shift for you coming up this month. And this pathway energy is beautiful because this is all about transformative change, and it's all about new, beautiful opportunities opening up for you. It's like a light at the end of a tunnel. You know what I mean? This beautiful light coming through the forest. You've got this beautiful light right here. Beautiful light within this lamp that's being lit, right? I feel that you guys are breaking out of the gray this month and really expanding and exploring in a way that you haven't done before with this first house. I feel there's some sort of some level of official energy here with the courthouse, a decision again that's being made. This could even talk about like legal paperwork or something, like something you'd have to go to the courthouse to get, or it could even just be as simple as something you need to travel, like a passport or like a visa or something along those lines. This is interesting too. I feel like as I've been using this Kipper deck, I feel like this wealthy man has been coming up in some of my readings. So I'm definitely curious to hear for this group what you feel this means for you. The wealthy man, though, talks about somebody who is like an entrepreneur, somebody who's well-connected, somebody who's kind of coming in with beneficial intentions toward us, right? So this could be a person of significance who has a certain level of status or affluence who is supporting you and helping you on this path. They could be providing financial support to you. They could just be opening up their network of connections to you as well. But this person that's here is definitely a part of this path of change that you're walking towards. So it definitely looks really positive for you, pile 3. I think you're just like making the most of the time that you have and moving with the quickness, moving with urgency here this month. So I'd love to hear from you how you feel this may resonate. So please comment below and let me know what's been going on with you guys and what you have planned for September. If you're not already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be updated when I post the next reading, and I'll see you there. Bye.